So I'm going to fit the prong collar on Hank. I'm going to show you how to put it on, how to take it off, how to move it around. So I'm using the 2.25 millimeter Herm Springer collar. That's the medium. So what I'm going to be doing is placing the collar right up high under his neck. And can you see this here? I'm going to take the prongs. I've already measured it to his neck, so I know the size that I need. Pinch in. So you can either put one side in, pinch with your thumb, and it goes. Right? Then I want this to be at the top. So this might not work so well because he's got a lot of, well, we'll call it puppy fat, but I think it's neck skin. And I'm going to turn, no, it's not going to work so well. So on dogs like pit bulls or pointers or dogs with shorter hair, it works really well to spin the collar around using opposing sides. So I'll show you with a different dog. Actually, Mac could be perfect for that. So for him, I'm just gonna have to put it into the position, which can be a little bit more difficult because then you're having to reach in under the ears and stuff like that. But well, you're being such a good sport, buddy. Thank you. Awesome. So I've got it on. I can always move the fur out of the way, make sure it's not caught anywhere, and it's right up under his neck. And that's kind of what I talked about in my other video, is that you want it right up here because you're not on the strongest part of the neck down here, and you have a little bit more control with using the least amount of pressure possible. So I've got my leash ring right here. So when the leash is going to go on, it's the one that spins. I've got my dead ring. One thing I don't think I mentioned in my other video is, just in case collar failure or you know it doesn't close properly, you have to carabiner, use a carabiner to the dead ring, not the leash hook but the dead ring. You're going to want it around there, and then he's also got a flat buckle collar. You put it on there. Now if anything happens, you've got your leash attached on here. I don't have a leash with me, but if anything happens, sorry dude, say this comes unhooked, well your leash is on here, you've still got your dog. So it's extra insurance for you. You don't have a dog running around the neighborhood that probably won't come back because we haven't worked on recall yet. But this is Hank, he's a good sport. Thanks, buddy. Hey guys, so I'm going to explain how I do the prong collar sit. So what I'm doing is I get the dog into a good position. So I'm bringing him around, which enables me to bring him onto my left side. Then you can see I pull the leash up slightly with pressure and push down on his bum, and he plops into place. I'm not introducing commands yet because I want him to get used to the movement. So again, get him into position, get his nose off the ground, pull up on the leash, Couple fingers pushed down on his bum. Tell him he's doing a good job. Again, it's all about repetition. Leash up, pressure down. That time I didn't actually have to use a lot of pressure at all. He's getting the hang of it. Again, you can see I'm only using a couple of fingers of pressure on the leash. It doesn't take much. Pressure up. No. I'm going to reposition him. And he's looking up at me. Do you see that? He's looking up at me to make sure, hey, do you see it? I did it. I'm focused. I'm on you. That's such a great thing to see. I've only been working with this puppy for as long as you've been watching. He has never before been on a prong collar. Good boy. Ready for the down? Okay, just because the down command is a little bit more involved with, like the sit command is, I will explain exactly what I'm doing in the next rep. Alright, so I'm engaging him in his first down. He is taking his sweet time, as you can see. Alright, let's get him up. Okay, so we do that. And circle him back around. So what I do is I first get him into a sit, like we talked about before. Put the leash on the floor and drop the leash with the other hand. And slowly pull up under my foot. And once he starts to commit to going into the down, I let the pressure off and give him lots of leash back. So I'll do that again. So, get him into a sit, drop the leash in my right hand, use the left, and do it like a pulley. Apply pressure, and then he'll go into a down. I give him some leash, and just like with the sit command, as soon as he's done a few reps and he's getting it, then I start introducing the command. Alright, so the last part of Hank's lesson today is going to be recall, and you'll quickly see why we often combine it with the prong collar dance, is because it's kind of a continuation of that. But I wanted to give him a break to see if I could get him to just come follow me. So I let him go out in front of me a little bit. But the difference now than with the prong collar dance is when he commits and he starts to come towards me, I funnel him in. I back up. He comes in. If he stops, I back up more. And there's a little bit more excitement in my voice and a little bit more engagement with him to get him to want to come towards me, because you want coming towards you to be the best thing that your dog wants to do. It's got to be exciting. So we add a little more enthusiasm. We don't get crazy happy because then we start introducing the puppy into the idea that it's okay to jump, and that's definitely something we don't want. But I just love that tail bouncing along right behind him. All right, everybody. I think Hank's had enough. Little 10-minute session with him. All right. Thanks, everybody. Michelle Sellers, Positive Change Canine Training.